And a pleasant good evening, everyone, and welcome to Angola High School in a night of high school wrestling here on Hometown Media. It should be a really exciting night. Along with Grant Tingling, I'm Brett Briscoe. Great to have you with us. And, Grant, we got three of the best in the Northeast Corner Conference wrestling here tonight. Two programs that are really established statewide and a young, up-and-coming Angola program that's had a really good season.
Yeah, this should be a great night of wrestling. It's basically to decide the NECC regular season, since all of these teams are undefeated in the conference. Like you said, Prairie Heights and Garrett, they have kind of a tradition, great wrestling, strong programs, and Angola, very young team, up and coming. Hopefully they can start to build the tradition that Garrett and Prairie Heights both have. And
you look, 9 freshmen on that Angola roster, and they performed well this year.
Yes, they obviously very promising when you have a lot of freshmen in the starting lineup who are performing well. I think most of them have winning records so far. That's how you build a program, is the young guys really get that experience and just grow and grow. And, you know, since they have 3 years ahead of them, the sky's the limit, really. And
then you look at a team like Prairie Heights. They're ranked number 1 in 1A, going into the Coaches Association duels here coming up. And I think Garrett is second in 2A, I believe, going into the Coaches Association duels. I mean, either way, they're both really talented programs.
Yeah, obviously Prairie Heights has dominated this conference in wrestling for a long time. They just have a tradition of wrestling year in, year out. They've got tons of wrestlers and a lot of strong wrestlers. And Garrett, I mean, they just have a lot of strong sports programs, including the wrestling, especially in recent years. So these are just two strong programs, a lot of wrestlers on both teams. And when you have a lot of, wrestlers come out and wrestle, you're going to, build a program and have strong wrestling.
And we could see a big milestone tonight. Angola heavyweight.
Brandon Villaforte.
Brandon Villaforte, that was right on the tip of my tongue. I mean, you would think after 4 years of watching him kick a football in football season, he could get his 100th win tonight, which is huge.
Yes, and he's favored to get it. He's run through the season so far. He's undefeated so far this season, and he's number 1 in the semi-state at heavyweight. Should be able to get back to state where he got last year and maybe place this year. But, yeah, big night for him. He should be able to get his 100th win, and that's quite an accomplishment in high school wrestling.
It is, and we love being around when the kids get their milestones.
Oh,
we'll be back to get it all started. You're watching high school wrestling. It's an NECC triple duel on Hometown Media.
When you look back at the medical care you receive, it becomes clear that what matters most isn't just where you receive care, but the quality of that care. After all, it's your health, so it's only natural to want more. More skilled physicians and more specialized services. Of course, you also want more technology, like the latest medical equipment and advanced treatment options. However, it's important that healthcare innovations and advanced diagnostics also come with more personalized, one-on-one care from trusted providers. You'll find all of that and much more right here at Cameron Hospital. Cameron Memorial Community Hospital, moving forward.
Established in 1999, Timbers Steakhouse and Seafood is proud to boast the largest menu in the area. Enjoy a delicious appetizer like the sashimi tuna, or one of our signature entrees that is sure to delight the most discerning taste buds. Wide variety of craft beers, spirits, and specialty drinks from the iconic bar. Need to book your next event or special occasion? Look no further than the Loft, our spacious banquet room that seats up to 120. Perfect for dining, catering, bar service, and more. Join us at Timbers Steakhouse and Seafood.
Tri-State Gymnastics is a family-owned gymnastics center in Angola that provides a happy and healthy training facility for children of all ages. Classes start for children as young as pre-K and kindergarten. Whether your child wants to have fun and build confidence and skills that carry into other sports or train to be a competitive gymnast, Tri-State Gymnastics has a class designed to help your child achieve their true potential. Their experienced staff has produced regional, state, and national champions and are safety sports certified. To learn more, visit TriStateGymnastics.com.
Best One Tire of Angola has served the tri-state area with outstanding tire sales and auto repairs with all major tire brands, including Bridgestone and Firestone. Best One's tire staff of highly qualified ASE certified technicians can perform a wide range of mechanical repairs. The shop also provides roadside assistance. Best One Tire of Angola, 1101 North Wayne Street. Proud supporters of Angola Athletics.
AverageAuto.com has been in business for the past 17 years. We take care of our customers, and we take care of our community. We also have good credit options with rates as low as 1.99% and a wide selection of current, late model, low mileage vehicles. Everyone gets treated like family. .com.
Steuben County REMC wants to give your students a memorable experience this summer. For an unforgettable day, high school students can apply for Page Day and spend the day in session with the Indiana Senate. High school students looking for a trip of a lifetime, check out the Indiana Youth Tour and have the Washington, D.C. experience. For your younger students in the 6th grade wanting to spread their wings, Touchstone Energy Camp is perfect for them. We can't forget the young artists in the family. Students of all ages can submit their artwork to the Cooperative Calendar Art Contest. Did I mention it's all free? Find out more information or apply at www.remcsteuben.com.
Indiana Physical Therapy is your trusted choice in Northern Indiana. For over 30 years, we've treated all walks of life, from peewees to professionals and Olympians, and everyone in between. Schedule at any of our 21 convenient locations, even without a doctor's order. We communicate with your doctor throughout your treatment. Indiana Physical Therapy is cost-effective, accepting all insurance plans and networks. We're open from 7 to 7 and can get you in the same day you call. Go to IndianaPT.com. Indiana Physical Therapy, where people go to get better. Indiana Physical Therapy is your trusted choice in Northern Indiana.
Welcome back to Angola High School as we are just about set to get our first match of the evening underway, and it's going to be in the 285-pound weight class.
For the Railroaders, Marcellus McCormick.
It'll be Marcellus McCormick
Panthers, Bailey Robinson.
to wrestle Bailey Robinson from Prairie Heights.
And the Panthers are coached by Brent Smith.
Here we go.
Bailey Robinson from Heights in the black, and Marcellus McCormick from Garrett in the maroon and dark blue. As we're underway at a huge triple duel meet here at Angola High School to decide the Northeast Corner Conference champion.
And as you see, Bailey trying to work on the head, and now you got a throw here, but it's out of bounds. You see this a lot with heavier weights, especially the heavyweight weight class. They try to bang on the head. It work a lot up top. They're not going low, taking a lot of shots down low usually.
Yeah, it's a totally, when you get to the lighter weight classes from about 160 down.
Yeah, it's a totally different
It is.
kind of wrestling.
And Robinson will score the 2 points.
Nice job getting that takedown, finishing it.
Looking at the scoreboard, Prairie Heights is listed as the guest on the scoreboard. Robinson trying to roll McCormick over so he can go for the pin. McCormick doing his best to fight it off. Still 45 seconds to go in this first period.
And it looks like Robinson there was trying to throw a leg in, work on the legs, just try to beat him down, keep him on the mat.
Down to the final 17 seconds. And right now, McCormick just trying to survive.
Yeah, not doing a whole lot on bottom, just trying to make sure he doesn't get turned, give Robinson any back points.
Trying to get to that second period, and he does. And we'll have that when we come back. You're watching high school wrestling, powered by the Steuben County REMC on Hometown Media.
Looking for your dream home, but don't know how to start?
Just know you don't have to do this alone. You have a team behind you.
I'm Wes Hankey, realtor with Mike Thomas Associates.
And I'm Paul Lang, mortgage consultant with Bailey & Wood Mortgage Lender.
Contact your winning team to close on your dream home in days, not weeks.
And we're back at Angola High School as we are set for period 2.
And a nice quick escape and 2 points takedown for Robinson.
And he's up 5-0, and he's on top again. And Marcellus McCormick from Garrett has spent nearly this entire match in this position.
Yeah, and if he wants to win this, come back and win this match, he's going to have to start moving on bottom. Try to get that escape, look for a reversal if he can.
Robinson trying to work himself in a position that he can flip McCormick over.
Bailey Robinson really trying to work on that elbow and that cross face. But McCormick, and you see there, called warning for stalling because he's not really doing much on bottom.
He's just trying to survive, isn't he?
Yeah, just trying to not get turned.
Robinson trying his best to turn him. Less than a minute to go here in the second period.
And it looks like Robinson
almost had him.
Almost got him there, yeah. Really working on that head so McCormick can't get up to his base.
And you notice McCormick trying to spread out to make it as difficult as he can on Robinson.
Yep.
And so far he's done a pretty good job with that.
He has, but he did get called for stalling again, so Robinson did get the 1 point for stalling, so he's now up 6-0.
Robinson trying to get him flipped over, almost had a chance there.
Yeah, he got a hold of that arm, got it behind his back, but then McCormick does a nice job of getting out of that.
And that's the end of the second period. Back after this.
Get a load of the DQ Loaded A1 Steakhouse Burger, stacked with thick-cut bacon, crunchy onion rings, and 2 premium steak sauces. A1 Thick and Hearty Steak Sauce and a creamy peppercorn sauce. All piled high on top of 2 100% real seasoned beef patties. This is one burger that needs 2 hands. The DQ Loaded A1 Steakhouse Burger. DQ. Happy tastes good. Get it delivered at DQ.com.
Underway here in the third period between Prairie Heights' Bailey Robinson, who leads 8-0 over Marcellus McCormick from Garrett. And if you're just tuning in, this is pretty much how we've spent the entire match.
Yep, and right away, third period, McCormick goes for the head throw. Robinson just slips his head out, gets behind him, takes him down. And this has been most of the match, has been Robinson trying to work on McCormick and turn him, and he looks like he's finally turned him here.
He got him. Referee looking at those shoulders, and that'll be a pin. Took some work for Bailey Robinson, but he gets the pin for Prairie Heights.
And in big matches like this, that is huge, getting the pin, the 6 points for the team rather than the 3 or 4.
At 106 from Garrett, we have Cameron Baker.
We got Cameron Baker. We had Cameron Baker from Garrett and Boston Boss, which may be one of the best names you hear
awesome
tonight. Name. I mean, wouldn't you think that kid's got star written all over him with a name like that?
He's got to be successful with that name.
He's destined. We go from the heavyweights down to the smallest weight class. These guys are 106.
Yeah,
and you can see a huge difference already.
A lot more movement at this weight class. A lot more shots taken quickly.
Again, when you see the score on the bottom of the screen, Prairie Heights is the guest. Garrett is the home. And they're out of bounds. We'll go back to the center.
And that was a nice job by both wrestlers. Baker got the shot in, but Boss did a good job, just scrambling, not letting Baker get that 2 points, getting out of bounds, and now they're back to neutral.
Pretty good crowd here at the Hive on a Wednesday night where wind chills are supposed to be down below 0 tonight. People have turned out for what should be a great night of wrestling here.
Yeah, it is freezing outside. But, yeah, great crowd for a huge conference wrestling meet.
Again, you're watching Boston Boss from Prairie Heights in the black against Cameron Baker from Garrett, a couple of freshmen. Boss is in the black and red, and Baker is in the maroon and blue. Boss trying to make a throw here. Just can't quite get the grip.
Nope. Finally gets him down and gets the 2 points.
2 points for Boston Boss. I think what you're going to see tonight, what we've seen the first 2 matches, and there's another one for Boss, is that Prairie Heights very seldomly wrestles in the defensive. They are always try to be the aggressor.
Yeah, and that's another reason why they're always so good. They're aggressive. They take shots. They're going to hunt for those takedowns. They're not going to let the other wrestler come to them.
Baker doing a nice job trying to defend him off, but Boss trying to get him back to the ground.
And he's got the head and the arm. If he can just
get him
back,
and
runs out of time.
Saved by the bell was Cameron Baker. So we'll go to the second period. Those guys a little tired after that first period. Yeah, and for a lot of these wrestling teams, I mean, it's a big deal. This is their first time back out in a couple of weeks.
Yeah, both Garrett and Prairie Heights wrestled, I think, December 29th at the Al Smith Invitational for Angola. It's been longer. It's since December 22nd, so a little break for these teams before tonight.
And again, Boston Boss trying to get in position to get his shot. And now Cameron Baker dives in and goes for the legs. And they're going to be ruled out of bounds.
And they will give Baker his 1 point for the escape.
NECC triple duel here tonight between Prairie Heights and Garrett, who are wrestling now, and Angola. We'll see the Hornets coming up here in just a little bit. And again, you see Boss trying to take control, and there he does with 2 more points.
Yeah, and Baker was trying to go for the head throw. If you're a smart wrestler, you can get out of that head throw and get a takedown of your own, which Boss just did.
Baker trying to get him, or Boss trying to get him right where he wants him.
Now let's see if he can get the shoulders down.
And Baker's fighting it hard, but I don't think this is close. No, he was able to roll out of it.
Baker.
Yes, it was. But 8-1 now. I actually put him on the wrong side. It should be, 5-3 now.
And that was a great job of bridging and fighting at the end of the period by Baker to stay in this and get back into it. And they are fixing the score. Looks like it's 7-3.
7-3. We head to the 3rd period.
It looked like kind of a desperate shot for Baker. And Boss doing a good job of keeping pressure on the head.
Baker trying to pull him down.
Oh.
And then Baker rolls right on top of Boss and gets the pin. That was a heck of a come-from-behind victory.
Great fight from Baker. That last move, Boss tried to pull him kind of on top of him, and Baker was able to roll through it and stick him.
James Cressy for Prairie Heights. Jacob Jones from Garrett. This is the 113 weight class. Yeah, you're right. Baker, he spent most of that 106 match in a defensive mode, and I mean, it just goes to show you get the right move at the right time. It doesn't matter what the score is.
Yeah, especially in a match like that when it's a lot of reversals, a lot of rolling around. He's on top now, he's on top. One move and you can be stuck, pinned, it's over.
113-pounders now. James Kress from Prairie Heights, Jacob Jones from Garrett. A little bit later, when we get to 145, we'll get to see one of Northeast Indiana's best in that weight class, and Sam Levitz from Prairie Heights.
Yeah, Prairie Heights, they always seem to have Levitzes, and they always seem to be good.
And now Jones trying to take control. He's got a 2-0 lead here in the first period.
Yeah, he did a good job staying on the head, getting around, and getting his 2 for the takedown. But now Cressy doing a nice job of, facing perpendicular and trying to get out for that 1.
I'm calling for out of bounds, and a point will go to James Cressy for Prairie Heights.
Yep, Cressy almost got the reversal there, but was out of bounds. But a nice job getting the 1 at least.
Winner here tonight, more than likely, is going to be the NECC regular season champion. 3 undefeated teams left, and they're all here this evening.
And Jones, once again, a nice job getting the takedown, grabbing the lower leg, able to snatch that leg, and there wasn't much Cressy could do there.
And that'll be the end of the first period. And so far, this match has been almost the exact opposite of what we saw the first two matches with the heavyweights, and the 106s, is that Prairie Heights was usually wrestling from behind in the first two matches, and so far it's been just flip-flop. Garrett's been kind of in control.
Yeah, definitely even though it's 6-6, really Prairie Heights controlled most of both of the first two matches. But, yeah, like you said here, Jones has been the aggressor and has controlled it so far.
Right now, Jacob Jones leads it 4-1 as we head to the second period, and he will start on top. Cressy trying to fight from a defensive position on the bottom. And Jacob Jones trying to get him where he wants him. Cressy almost worked himself out of it.
Yeah, Cressy was doing a nice job, like I said, getting perpendicular to Jones, but now Jones has the leg in.
Under a minute to go here in the second period.
And Jones trying to run that half on Cressy's head.
And Cressy do a pretty good job defending it.
Jones looking for back points here, but not quite. And now they'll go back due to the potentially dangerous situation.
As he continues to try and fight out of it. Jones trying to get him over.
And Jones needs to make sure not to get too high throwing in those legs.
And that'll be the end of the second period. So far, just one pin between Garrett and Prairie Heights. Then came in our heavyweight match when Bailey Robinson of Prairie Heights pinned Marcellus McCormick from Garrett.
And then Garrett returned the favor in the 106.
That's right.
Match. And big move by Cressy.
Yeah,
here.
Cressy just totally turned this match around. He just waited for the right opportunity and then jumped on it. Trying to get those shoulders down, but Jacob Jones fighting hard.
And Cressy was showing great movement all match underneath. It was only a matter of time till he took the opportunity and got the reversal. A good job sitting and turning, continuing to move on bottom.
Now he's taken the lead in points as well. Jacob Jones had led the entire match up until now.
And now Cressy needs to make sure he's not too high. Jones trying to get that head.
Well, pause it with 23 seconds left here in the period, but Jacob Jones is running out of time and options.
Yeah, he's going to have to go here, try and sit and turn, maybe get a reversal, or at the very least get out and get that escape and then take down quick.
Nice job by Cressy to fend him off.
But it looks like he lost the grasp, and Jones gets the reversal.
Yes. And that ties us at 6. And that's going to be the end of the third period.
Overtime.
A 1-minute overtime. It's been a heck of a match.
Yeah.
Cressy went for the legs. Baker
still trying to get that takedown. And Baker, nice job
will
there.
Score the 2 points. And that'll be it.
Yep, didn't give up on that shot. Kept trying to get around, get his 2.
That was a heck of a match.
Yeah.
So Hayden Brady from Garrett will wrestle Brody Haywood in the 120 weight class. Again, the Prairie Heights wrestlers are in the red and black, Garrett in the maroon and blue. Both wrestlers trying to get a position.
Yeah, good scramble right here. Brady quickly got on the head of Haywood, but then Haywood does a nice job of scrambling, trying to get Brady's legs and not let him take him down.
So back to the center we go.
Brady, you see again, really working that head, snapping Haywood down. But Haywood again trying to fight, not let him get his 2. He finally does.
Brady finally makes it to behind.
Now Brady controlling the wrists, not letting Haywood get his head up.
This is how we saw the 113 match go, and then all of a sudden, James Cressy came from behind to take control and then lost in overtime to Jacob Jones. Brady with a 2-0 lead as the clock starts to wind down here in period 1.
And you see Brady really working on that head, trying to control that elbow. That's a really good way, if you can control the elbow and keep the head down, of getting that turn and at least getting back points, if not a pin.
And that'll be the end of the first period. With Brady leading Haywood 2-0. Garrett as a team leading Prairie Heights at this point 9-6.
And every point matters in a duel like this. So, like last match, Jones, after losing the lead, coming back and winning in overtime, that is a huge 3 points. It looks like Haywood is trying to go for a cradle.
Trying to get into position, and Hayden Brady trying to fend him off from the bottom.
And not much Brady can do here with Haywood having control of his wrist between his legs. But now he gets free.
Trying to reverse it.
And gets a reversal.
Yep. And 2 more points.
Good job by Brady, you know, getting that hand free, that wrist free, getting to his base, and then turning and reversing Haywood.
You're tuning in to see Angola. They will wrestle a little bit later as the night starts with Prairie Heights against Garrett.
And Brady once again working on Haywood's head. Haywood can't get his base.
And that's the end of the second period with Hayden Brady leading Brody Haywood by a score of 4-0.
And this is kind of like the last match through 2 periods. The Garrett wrestler having control through most of the match, dominating. But obviously we saw how the third period went last match, so anything can happen here.
Trying for the throw. You're watching Hayden Brady from Garrett and Brody Haywood from Prairie Heights. This is the 120 weight class. Panthers are the #1 ranked team in Class 1A.
And good movement here from Brady. Trying to get control of that leg. And gets the reversal again.
Hayden Brady's just methodically worked his way to a 6-0 lead. And right now it's getting to the point where Brody Haywood's only chance would be to get out of this and try to come up with a pin.
Yeah, and meanwhile, Brady, you know, still working, trying to turn him. If he can't get a pin, at least trying to get a major decision, so an 8-point victory. But so far not able to do that.
Less than 30 seconds to go here in this 120-pound class.
And we got a stalemate there.
And you look at the next 3 weight classes for Prairie Heights, 126, 132, and 138. They have 5 wrestlers listed in each one of those classes.
Yeah, and this is one of the signs of a great program. You have a lot of wrestlers competing. And obviously competition often brings out the best in people. So, you know, if you have that competition, you're going to have better wrestlers.
Yeah, it sure does. And that'll be it. Hayden Brady will get the win at 120 over Brody Haywood. And team score now, Garrett leads at 12-6. And now we move on to the 126 class where Tanner McCain will wrestle Gavin Roberts from Prairie Heights. So a couple of seniors. Going at it.
And right away, a lot of action. A nice shot there from Roberts, but then McMahon almost does a good job of staving that off, but Roberts keeps with it, gets the takedown.
Roberts got the 2 points.
And McMahon's done a nice job on bottom, continuing to move, get his base. He got to his feet a couple times, but on the other side, Roberts doing a great job not letting go, getting him back to the mat.
And just out of bounds as Gavin Roberts was about ready to go for the pin. Trying to get him over. A nice job, though, by Roberts to roll through it.
Good job by McMahon working on the head and then gets the throw.
Trying to get him in position for the pin, and he got it.
And that's another example of you never know what's going to happen in wrestling matches. It seemed like Roberts was in control at the beginning of that match, and then all of a sudden McMahon gets up and throws him and pins him.
Brock Haygood for Prairie Heights, Hayden Williams for Garrett. This is the 132 weight class. And that didn't last long.
No. Quick work by Haygood. Williams took a shot. Haygood sprawled, got on his head, and got his arm, threw him to the mat on his back.
A 15-second pin.
Quick work.
We'll move on to the 138 weight class. Jaden Gilbert will wrestle for Prairie Heights, and I think it was Matt Levitz.
I believe so, yes.
For Prairie Heights. We're not actually given the order of wrestlers who will participate. We are getting them as they go to the mat. We just have the roster of who's listed at what weight class.
Yep. And obviously that makes sense for the teams, competitive gamesmanship, if you want to move guys around, but obviously it makes it hard for broadcasters.
It's amazing when you watch just weight class to weight class, how different the styles change.
Yeah, it's completely different watching a heavyweight or 215 match, 106 match, even a 145 match. Weight plays a big role in how they wrestle.
And then, you're looking at just raw power when you're like at the 285 range. Then you get to 106, 113. There's a lot of quickness. And then now that we're at 132, and between that 132 range and on up to about 170. You got a great combination of quickness and power.
Yeah, that's often where you see the most athletic, the strongest, well, other than the big guys obviously, but most athletic have speed and strength, that combination.
And 2 points for Levitz.
And good action here so far. A takedown there from Gilbert, but then Levitz gets the reversal.
Both teams still have some big guns to come here in this one. Garrett right now with a 6-point lead, 18-12 in the team score. And that's the end of the first period, and it's 2-2. Between Hayden Williams from Garrett.
And it looks like we have a stalling warning.
Or excuse me, Jaden Gilbert from Garrett.
Yep. Stalling warning and a blood time. Looks like he may be bleeding a little bit.
Matt Levitz wrestling for the Panthers. Our next broadcast after tonight will come up on Saturday when the Angola Hornets head to Westview for high school basketball action. We'll have all the play-by-play starting just before 7:30 right here on Hometown Media. So they get the blood taken care of on Matt Levitz. And we'll move on to the second period here in this 138-pound weight class between Jaden Gilbert from Garrett and Matt Levitz of Prairie Heights. Been an entertaining start to a night of wrestling here at the Hive in Angola. This time Gilbert will start on top.
Looks like Gilbert deciding to let Levitz go, try to get another takedown.
I would assume he thinks that's probably one of his strong suits, right?
Yeah, usually when a wrestler does that, they feel that their strength is at neutral, on their feet, taking shots, taking other guys down.
Levitz just couldn't keep the grip on that back leg. Gilbert trying to work his way back behind, but Levitz is kind of locked in.
Yeah, good job of fighting from Levitz. And still, Gilbert finally gets his two. But good job trying to scramble, move by Levitz. And now he might get that reversal again.
And he did, and he's got the 2 points, and he regains the lead 5-4.
And I think you can see just so far through what's happened, the strengths of both these wrestlers. Obviously, Gilbert better on his feet, taking shots, taking guys down. That's why he let Levitz go. And Levitz better on bottom, getting those reversals, continuing to move.
And now they'll go out of the circle and they'll go out of bounds and come back and reset with 20 seconds to go here in the second period. This has been a very even match at the 138 level with Hayden Williams from Garrett, or Jaden Gilbert, excuse me, and Matt Levitz.
Yeah, a lot of, back and forth, good wrestling from both guys.
And that'll be the end of the second period with Levitz having a 5-4 lead. About halfway through the first contest between Prairie Heights and Garrett.
And unsurprisingly, Gilbert, who had choice this period, chooses neutral, his strongest position.
Still to come, Angola will wrestle both of these teams.
A good sprawl by Levitz, working on the head. Scooping that leg, and he gets his 2.
And a 7-4 lead. Okay, we were just told on Facebook that it is Hayden Williams. He was listed as a 132 wrestler.
Okay, yep. Looks like they moved up Hayden Williams then.
Yep.
Williams Gilbert.
Our
Similar
apologies.
sounding name.
Yep,
Yes,
our apologies. Trying to catch the names as they go to the mat sometimes is difficult.
Yeah.
Levitz will work from behind down to 39 seconds. Williams trying to fight out of it.
And Williams trying to catch Levitz on the head, but Levitz gets out of it.
Final 8 seconds. And that'll do it. Levitz will get the win over Hayden Williams. And that pulls Prairie Heights to within 3 in the team competition at 18-15.
At 145 from Garrett, Braden Baker, and from Prairie Heights, Sam Levitz.
So Braden Baker from Garrett at 145 will wrestle one of Northeast Indiana's best in Sam Levitz.
Yeah, and this should be a fun match to watch. Like you said, Levitz, one of the best in the area. Strong wrestler.
Levitz trying to get in position to score some points. Baker trying to hold him off. And then out of bounds.
And a dangerous move from Baker there. Luckily, it was out of bounds. Almost gave Levitz a takedown.
Great to have you with us here on a Wednesday night, our first broadcast of the 2022 calendar year. Three-way wrestling between Angola, Prairie Heights, and Garrett. All three undefeated in the Northeast Corner Conference. That will all change tonight. Still no score between Sam Levitz from Prairie Heights and Braden Baker from Garrett.
Yeah, and I like how aggressive Baker's been, shooting right away, trying to control the hands. Another shot there, but obviously tough to get a takedown on Levitz. He's so good at defensive wrestling.
And I would assume, Sam Levitz is so good that he's one that you don't want to have to come from behind against.
No, which is why.
Once he gets the lead, he's tough.
Exactly. That's why, it's best to have that aggressive mindset against a good wrestler. Try to, take control early, get up early, and maybe be able to hold on and win it.
Still no score. We're down to the final 10 minutes or 10 seconds of the first period. And back out of bounds with 7 seconds on the clock. Baker tried to shoot for the legs. And that's going to be the end of the first period. No score between Garrett's Braden Baker and Prairie Heights' Sam Levitz. Coincidence that Heights has multiple wrestlers at every single weight class except 145?
Not really. I don't think so. Maybe.
Because you're wrestling behind Sam Levitz if you're at 145, right? Most nights?
Yeah, that's going to be a tough weight class to win in the wrestle-offs for the team. So, you might have more luck, 138, 152, although there's tough wrestlers up and down this lineup.
Here's a point for Levitz on the escape.
Baker trying to work the arm on Levitz, but Levitz gets on his head.
I'll bring him back to an upright position in the center.
And finally, Levitz took a shot there, but good defense by Baker.
Baker trying to use Levitz's momentum against him. Still just 1-0.
Good fight. Nice job by Levitz getting control of the foot and getting behind for the takedown.
And the way this match is going, he takes control of the match as well with a 3-0 lead.
Now trying to go for that cradle. And he gets it in.
And saved by the bell was Braden Baker. Levitz had him right where he wanted him. Scored 3 points to lead it 6-0. And if that match had another 5 seconds, we're probably looking at a pin.
Yeah, probably Levitz had that cradle in tight. Got it in really quickly as soon as he took him down. Went for that cradle. And that was a strong cradle, but good fight by Baker to get to the horn.
So Levitz leads at 6-0 as we go to the third period. Levitz trying to lock it up again here in this third period to go for the pin.
And gets the cradle in again.
Got it again, he did. This time there's not going to be a bell, but Baker gets out of it. Levitz trying to load it up for a third time.
Now he's trying to break down the legs. Got the leg in.
Inside a minute, Baker's going to have to decide a time to try and go for something.
Baker's trying to sit and turn, but Levitz making it tough.
Inside 30 seconds.
Levitz trying to get some more back points.
He was close. Just couldn't quite get around it, and that's going to do it. Levitz is going to get the super decision, 11-0.
Yep, gets the major there, gets the 4 points for the team.
And Prairie Heights vaults in front now, 19-18. And it'll be Chase Leach from Garrett at 152 against Caleb Lonsberry. Again, the Heights wrestlers are in the red and black, Garrett in the navy and blue. If I'm not mistaken, that is Prairie Heights' first lead tonight, or except for the heavyweight match.
Yep.
Bailey Robinson got the pin, and it had been all Garrett almost since then.
Yeah, and I think Prairie Heights' strength is their middle weight classes. Garrett has some strong lightweight wrestlers, but as you see here, Prairie Heights makes it up in the middle weight classes.
Yes. That was 2 points for Leach.
Good takedown there by Leach. And it looks like he's trying to get the cradle.
Now bring him back to the middle.
And Leach will ask to go back to neutral. Going to look to take him down again. A strong double there from Leach.
And 2 more points for Leach.
Now looking for some back points.
.30 seconds to go. Still here in period number 1.
And some good fight here from Lonsberry.
And that'll be the end of the first period. Yeah, Lonsberry got behind 4-0, showed some great fight.
And it looks like, at least from the first period, Leach's goal is to, take him down, let him back out, up, take him down, let him back up, get some back points,
Trying to play to his strength.
Yeah, and Lonsberry at the end of the period did a nice job not letting him get another takedown. Some good defense on his feet, and he's going to need that the rest of this match.
So here we go, second period. It is Caleb Lonsberry from Prairie Heights in the red and black, and Chase Leach from Garrett in the maroon and blue. Leach leads the match 6-2. Heights leads the team competition 19-18.
And Lonsberry trying to work that leg, not let Leach get up, but he still gets to his feet. And Lonsberry was just holding on for dear life. That's why he got that stalling warning there. Couldn't do much other than just try to hold on.
6-2. Leach with the lead. Lonsberry trying to get in position. You can hear the Garrett coaches yelling kick, trying to kick out.
And Leach gets a point. They called Lonsberry for stalling again. Again, he's just trying to hold on for dear life, not let Leach up.
7-2 now. Leach leads Lonsberry. Well, it's a really good crowd here tonight.
Yeah, good atmosphere. You know, befit for a big meet like this, some big matches like this. Leach 1 second left to get to his feet.
Couldn't get it. It's going to be a big third period for Caleb Lonsberry if he wants to score a win and keep Heights in the lead.
Yep, and it looks like they did give Leach that one escape point at the end of the period.
They did. It's now 8-2.
Barely got away. Lonsberry trying to sit and turn here. Got to keep moving.
And when you're in Leach's position here at 152, you've got a 6-point lead going into the final 2 minutes. Do you have to guard against maybe being too cautious or too preventative to lose?
It obviously depends on your strengths. But obviously, if you can, you look for the pin because you get 16 points. If you can't get the pin, at least keep getting points. Try to get a major or a tech. You don't want to be too cautious, obviously, not just because being too cautious can lead to losing, but you know, in a big match like this, every point you can get could matter a lot. So, you know, look for that pin, look for that major, that tech. Keep fighting, keep wrestling. And a good job by Lonsberry getting the one escape point.
Eight to 3, but down to the final 30 seconds. Leach trying to finish it off and put Garrett back in front. He scores 2 more points to take a 10-3 lead with 18 seconds to go.
And it looks like he is going to go for that major decision. Needs one more takedown.
Leach trying to score some extra points, but that's going to do it. Chase Leach defeats Caleb Lonsberry 10-6. And Garrett jumps back in front in the team competition by a score of 21-19.
160 from Garrett. Caden Colburn from Prairie Heights. Luke Severe.
So Caden Colburn at 160 for Garrett. And who was it for Heights?
I didn't.
Oh, Luke Severe.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
So we got the sophomore Colburn against a senior in Severe. Colburn showing some good movement. A strong shot, but a little too strong. Went out of bounds.
Severe trying to lock and load.
Good work on the head by Severe. Getting that takedown, and now he's got the cradle.
Yes, he does. And a nice job by Coburn to get out. And out of bounds again, but a 6-1 lead.
And it looks like they'll give Colburn the takedown there. It was a nice sprawl by Sevier, but Colburn kept pushing, getting those legs in, and took him to the mat.
Sevier with the 6-1 lead here in the first period.
And it looks like the score was off. It's 4-3.
Yeah, 4-3 now. And 2 more points.
Yep, so they're able to turn Colburn and almost get the pin. Got 3 back points.
That was big.
Yeah, Colburn was creeping closer with the nice takedown. But then Sevier again gets him to his back, gets those crucial back points.
9-3 now. It was 4-3 with about 15 seconds to go.
Yeah, quick action. Sevier not wasting any time, getting the reversal, getting him to his back. And again, nice movement from Sevier.
And 2 more points for Sevier. It's 11-3. Yet to see Angola tonight. They will wrestle both of these teams coming up. And whoever gets out of here with 2 wins tonight probably going to be the NECC champ.
Yep.
All 3 teams came in undefeated. And point that time for Colburn. Still 5 more weight classes to go here between Garrett and Prairie Heights after this.
And every match is of the utmost importance.
Yes.
With it being a 2-point team match right now.
And we've seen the last couple of weight classes that team total go back and forth.
Mm-hmm.
Right now, Sevier's been kind of in control of this since with about 15 seconds to go in the first period.
Yeah, there's been some good work in the neutral position by Colburn.
He just can't score points.
No, I mean, he gets the takedown, but then Sevier gets the reversal, gets the back points.
Yeah.
And, you know, when you get the 2 plus the 3 back points, that's a 5-point move. That
you saw happen at the end of the first period. It went from 4-3 to 9-3 in a heartbeat.
Yep, and yeah, the difference has been Sevier on bottom because Colburn can do that. He can take people down.
Trying to roll him over. Nice job of rolling through it, though, by Sevier. And that'll be the end of the second period. Luke Sevier, the senior from Prairie Heights. Leads this one.
And Colburn, again, a decent shot, but Sevier, again, good defense, getting hold of the leg, getting out of bounds. And now he takes his shot.
Scores 2 more points, does Sevier.
And that was a nice shot, getting control of both of the legs and just powering Colburn to the mat.
Inside a minute. Coburn, if he's going to make a move, he's going to have to do it soon.
Yeah, has to get to his base, get his head up. Oh.
That might be it right there. And it is the pin for Luke Sevier. And Prairie Heights jumps in front 25-21. So Jesse Badger from Garrett will now wrestle Philip Sheets from Prairie Heights.
And Sheets trying to get that throw right away.
And there's the reverse. And a good job by Badger to get out.
Yep, no points scored there. A good defense there from Badger, not letting Sheets throw him and get that takedown and back points. And then now a nice takedown there from Badger.
Badger takes the 2 points.
Looks like Badger's nose may be bleeding a bit, so we got a blood time.
They're trying to find it. As though. Look at Sheets. He had blood on his arm. While they tend to that, let's take a quick timeout. We are back after this. You're watching high school wrestling on Hometown Media.
For over 3 decades, customers from all across the tri-state area have been making the Corkle Connection. What is the Corkle Connection? Quality pre-owned vehicles at a fair price. We offer no gimmick bank financing, 3-month, 3,000-mile warranties on all eligible vehicles, and no back-end or dock fees. Stop in today and make the Corkle Connection. Corkle Auto Sales, 715 East Maumee, Angola.
Back at the Hive in Angola, they got the blood taken care of for Jesse Badger. And back to work we go here in the first period. Badger with a 2-0 lead over Philip Sheets from Prairie Heights.
And now it's 2-1 because Badger was locking hands there. Can't do that.
Out of action. It's just nobody's been able to score points here.
And as you say that.
Yep. We're tied at 2. Sheets trying to load up. And that'll be the end of the first period. All tied at 2. Heights with a 4-point lead in the team competition, 25-21, and things starting to get tight. We've got, three more weight classes
after this one. So it's anyone's match still. It's going to come down to the wire.
Badger just couldn't get him where he wanted him.
And Sheet's ability to fight on bottom and get those escapes could be the difference in this match. Now he's got control of the head.
Sheets works his way back to a 3-2 advantage.
And now down 5-2. Badger going to have to work on bottom, get his head up, base up, try to get that escape, and then go for a takedown. But Sheets is working on that head, trying to get that half in. Now he's too high.
That was a complete reversal. Now Badger was close to a pin, but just couldn't get those shoulders down.
And another reversal.
Yep, and 3 points.
And that might do it. Oh, yeah, he gave him 3 points, so it's actually tied now.
Yeah. And that'll do it for the second period. A big third period coming up for these two.
Yeah, back and forth match here. A lot of action on bottom. Good job getting escapes and then those reversals at the end of the second period. It's going to be an exciting third period. Looks like some more blood here.
As again, they are tending to Jesse Badger. Now I think they're out trying to clean up any that might be on the mat.
Yep.
It's one of those sports.
Yeah.
Just part of it. Of course, could be a big night for Angola wrestling. Brandon Villaforte just needs one win to get to his 100th career win.
Yeah, and that's quite an accomplishment for any high school wrestler.
Yes, it is.
He should be able to get that tonight. Good job by Sheets driving Badger down to the mat with the leg and keeping pressure on the head.
7-7 here in the third period between Jesse Badger from Garrett and Philip Sheets of Prairie Heights.
Sheets just needs to keep control of the hips, not get too high.
Sheets is trying to lock and load it again. Couldn't get it over. And a reversal and 2 points for Badger.
Now Badger needs to be careful not to pull Sheets on top of him. Trying to keep control of that head.
Down inside a minute here in the third period.
It looks like they gave him 2 back points.
Inside 30 seconds. You think right now Sheets' best option would be trying to get out of this and go for the pin.
Yeah, and he's got to go right now.
Down to 20 seconds.
Trying to get that head out. But Badger has control of the leg.
A win here by Badger would put Garrett right back in this match. And he's content now to just let the clock run out, and he will get the 11-7 win. Jesse Badger defeats Philip Sheets at the 170-pound class, and it pulls Garrett to within 1 at 25-24. So we go to 182. It'll be Lane Gibson from Garrett in the blue and maroon against Tavin Kyle, a freshman. Of course, a lot of these kids wrestle club and whatnot, so they see each other a lot during the year.
Yeah, and that's another pillar of a great wrestling program. You build them up from the club, from the wrestling club to middle school to high school. By the time they're in high school, they have plenty of experience.
Yeah. If I'm not mistaken, Tavin Kyle's just the second freshman we've seen wrestle for Prairie Heights tonight. Again, we were talking about how some of their classes go 5 deep in certain weight classes.
Yeah, it's hard to get in to the lineup as a freshman at Prairie Heights. Obviously, there was Boston Boss at 106. At a smaller weight class like that, it's a little easier, but Prairie Heights, they've got so much competition, so many wrestlers that, as a freshman, you're often pretty low on the totem pole.
And Russ trying to build that Angola program, he's only got a couple of weight classes where he's got multiple wrestlers. But that's better than last year because they didn't even fill all their weight classes last year.
Yep, they're building, they're growing. It's hard, where they were at was almost barren, so they're still trying to build it, and they're moving in the right direction.
Big takedown for Tavin Kyle.
Yeah, nice work from Tavin Kyle here. Now he's keeping pressure on the head. Now Gibson trying to get that crossface in, get the escape. And he gets it.
And scores the point. And that'll be the end of the first period. 2-1, Tavin Kyle leads Lane Gibson. Kyle will start on top here in the second period. Every match now extremely important for these two teams if they want to stay in contention for a conference championship. And Kyle's a big, strong freshman, isn't he?
Yeah, he's pounding on that head of Gibson, making it difficult for him to get up, but he does get up. Good fight from Gibson. Yeah, it's only been a period and a half, but I am impressed from what I've seen from the freshman Kyle so far. Strong, he's patient, waiting for his shot.
And again, a lot of these guys, they've been wrestling the club circuit since they were like 40, 45-pound peewees.
Yeah, and, that's why you may see freshmen wrestling like juniors or seniors.
Yeah.
Good job by Gibson here, though. Trying to get him to his back.
Kyle trying to fight out of it, but he can't. And that's going to put Garrett back in front. So Lane Gibson gets the pin. Here's Jake O'Connor from Garrett. And against Jay Abbott, who moved from 182 to 195 tonight.
And as much as you talked about the freshman from Prairie Heights having a lot of that experience, that is a sign there of, a freshman against a junior. You make a mistake that gets you on your back. The junior with more experience, the high school level, is able to finish it. So that might be a case of, being a little green as a freshman.
Yeah. Prairie Heights going to have to, you would think, win one of these next three in a big way. Down 5 with just two matches after this.
Yeah. And quickly.
And there's close to another pin.
Yep. O'Connor getting Abbott to his back quickly and gets the pin. Huge pin there. That'll do it.
Just
with
took
one match left.
42 seconds.
At 220 from Garrett, Sam Ross. From Prairie Heights, Hunter Allen.
Actually, this will be the last match at 220. Sam Ross from Garrett. And I believe it was Hunter Allen.
Yep.
From Prairie Heights.
And Allen tried to go for the shot, but nice defense from Sam Ross. Sprawling, getting him down, getting around for the 2. And now goes for the half.
It's an 11-point lead for Garrett. And this one may be a real quick one, too, and it is. Just 31 seconds. Hunter Allen gets the pin over Sam Ross. But Garrett will win the team competition by a score of 36 to 32.
Looks like 36-31.
31, yeah.
And as we expected, a close match, back and forth. Garrett just, especially in those mid to upper weight classes, was able to get those crucial pins that got them the 5-point victory.
And, these two could wrestle again tomorrow night, and those numbers on the scoreboard could be completely reversed.
Yeah.
They're that close.
These two teams, in my opinion, obviously we'll find out by the end of the night, are still the class of the NECC. Just the tradition, all the wrestlers they have, they definitely could go back and forth if they had a series against each other. You saw some close matches here in this duel, but Garrett is able to pull it out.
And the Railroaders win it 36-31, and they put themselves in really good position now to claim at least a portion of an NECC championship. We're going to step away, take a timeout. We'll come back, and we'll get you ready for our second match of the night. It'll be Angola taking on, I believe, Garrett.
Yes.
Will be who the Hornets will face in their first match. We'll have that when we come back. You're watching High School Wrestling on Hometown Media.
When you look back at the medical care you receive, it becomes clear that what matters most isn't just where you receive care, but the quality of that care. After all, it's your health, so it's only natural to want more. More skilled physicians, and more specialized services. Of course, you also want more technology, like the latest medical equipment and advanced treatment options. However, it's important that healthcare innovations and advanced diagnostics also come with more personalized, one-on-one care from trusted providers. You'll find all of that and much more right here at Cameron Hospital. Cameron Memorial Community Hospital, moving forward.
EverettJoto.com has been in business for the past 17 years. We take care of our customers, and we take care of our community. We also have good credit options with rates as low as 1.99%, a wide selection of current, late model, low mileage vehicles. Everyone gets treated like family. .com.
Established in 1999, Timbers Steakhouse and Seafood is proud to boast the largest menu in the area. Enjoy a delicious appetizer like the sashimi tuna, or one of our signature entrees that is sure to delight the most discerning taste buds. Wide variety of craft beers, spirits, and specialty drinks from the iconic bar. Need to book your next event or special occasion? Look no further than the Loft, our spacious banquet room that seats up to 120. Perfect for dining, catering, bar service, and more. Join us at Timbers Steakhouse and Seafood.
Tri-State Gymnastics is a family-owned gymnastics center in Angola that provides a happy and healthy training facility for children of all ages. Classes start for children as young as pre-K and kindergarten. Whether your child wants to have fun and build confidence and skills that carry into other sports or train to be a competitive gymnast, Tri-State Gymnastics has a class designed to help your child achieve their true potential. Their experienced staff has produced regional, state, and national champions and are safety sports certified. To learn more, visit TriStateGymnastics.com.
Best One Tire of Angola has served the tri-state area with outstanding tire sales and auto repairs. With all major tire brands, including Bridgestone and Firestone. Best One's tire staff of highly qualified ASE certified technicians can perform a wide range of mechanical repairs. The shop also provides roadside assistance. Best One Tire of Angola, 1101 North Wayne Street. Proud supporters of Angola Athletics.
Looking for your dream home, but don't know how to start?
Just know you don't have to do this alone. You have a team behind you.
I'm Wes Hankey, Realtor with Mike Thomas Associates.
And I'm Paul Lang, Mortgage Consultant with Bailey & Wood Mortgage Lender.
Contact your winning team to close on your dream home in days, not weeks.
Steuben County REMC wants to give your students a memorable experience this summer. For an unforgettable day, high school students can apply for Page Day and spend the day in session with the Indiana Senate. High school students looking for a trip of a lifetime, check out the Indiana Youth Tour and have the Washington, D.C. experience. For your younger students in the 6th grade wanting to spread their wings, Touchstone Energy Camp is perfect for them. We can't forget the young artists in the family. Students of all ages can submit their artwork to the Cooperative Calendar Art Contest. Did I mention it's all free? Find out more information or apply at www.remcsteuben.com. Steuben County REMC wants to give your students a memorable experience.
For over over 3 decades, customers from all across the tri-state area have been making the Corkle Connection. What is the Corkle Connection? Quality pre-owned vehicles at a fair price. We offer no gimmick bank financing, 3-month, 3,000-mile warranties on all eligible vehicles, and no back-end or dock fees. Stop in today and make the Corkle Connection. Corkle Auto Sales, 715 East Maumee, Angola.
For just 2% of a typical school's budget, high school sports give us plenty of energy and excitement. For just 2%, they also give us young people whose leadership and commitment to excellence will pay big dividends in our community for years to come. 2%. That's one investment we can all feel good about. High school sports. Pure spirit, pure sport, pure launching pad for life.
For over 30 years, we've treated all walks of life, from peewees to professionals and Olympians, and everyone in between. Schedule at any of our 21 convenient locations, even without a doctor's order. We communicate with your doctor throughout your treatment. Indiana Physical Therapy is cost-effective, accepting all insurance plans and networks. We're open from 7 to 7 and can get you in the same day you call. Go to indianapt.com. Indiana Physical Therapy, where people go to get better.
Six Autumns Restaurant on State Road 127, just north of Angola, offers expertly prepared cuisine made fresh daily with locally sourced ingredients in a fun and relaxing environment. There's live music every Thursday through Saturday and a banquet room for up to 175 people. Perfect for those special occasions, corporate events, or holiday parties. Six Autumns Restaurant, State Road 127, just north of Angola. Six Autumns. For over 3 decades, customers from all across the tri-state area have been making the Corkle Connection. What is the Corkle Connection? Quality pre-owned vehicles at a fair price. We offer no gimmick bank financing, 3-month, 3,000-mile warranties on all eligible vehicles, and no back-end or dock fees. Stop in today and make the Corkle Connection. Corkle Auto Sales, 715 East Maumee. And
Get a load of the DQ Loaded A1 Steakhouse Burger, stacked with thick-cut bacon, crunchy onion rings, and 2 premium steak sauces. A1 Thick and Hearty Steak Sauce and a creamy peppercorn sauce. All piled high on top of 2 100% real seasoned beef patties. This is one burger that needs 2 hands. The DQ Loaded A1 Steakhouse Burger. DQ. Happy tastes good. Get it delivered at DQ.com.
When you look back at the medical care you receive, it becomes clear that what matters most isn't just where you receive care, but the quality of that care. After all, it's your health, so it's only natural to want more. More skilled physicians and more specialized services. Of course, you also want more technology, like the latest medical equipment and advanced treatment options. However, it's important that healthcare innovations and advanced diagnostics also come with more personalized, one-on-one care from trusted providers. You'll find all of that and much more right here at Cameron Hospital. Cameron Memorial Community Hospital, moving forward.
BeverageAuto.com has been in business for the past 17 years. We take care of our customers, and we take care of our community. We also have good credit options with rates as low as 1.99% and a wide selection of current, late model, low mileage vehicles. Everyone gets treated like family. .com.
Get a load of the DQ Loaded A1 Steakhouse Burger, stacked with thick-cut bacon, crunchy onion rings, and 2 premium steak sauces. A1 Thick and Hearty Steak Sauce and a creamy peppercorn sauce. All piled high on top of 2 100% real seasoned beef patties. This is one burger that needs 2 hands. The DQ Loaded A1 Steakhouse Burger. DQ. Happy tastes good. Get it delivered at DQ.com.
Looking for your dream home but don't know how to start?
Just know you don't have to do this alone. you have a team behind you.
I'm Wes Hankey, Realtor with Mike Thomas Associates.
And I'm Paul Lang, Mortgage Consultant with Bailey & Wood Mortgage Lender.
Contact your winning team to close on your dream home in days, not weeks.
Back at the Hive in Angola as we've got one match down on this NECC triple duel. Garrett defeats Prairie Heights 36-31 to take a big step toward an NECC championship. Our second match of the night will be the Angola Hornets taking on the Prairie Heights Panthers. And we were just talking, Angola already a little thin on the roster when you look compared to Garrett and Prairie Heights. And even a little bit thinner tonight as they're going to be down a couple of wrestlers.
Yeah, for various reasons, at 170, 182, Jordan Sheets and Gabe Cruz-Conley won't be able to wrestle. And they've kind of had to deal with this all season and last season, what with COVID and, other sicknesses and injuries, a stockpile of all those things. It's kind of hard week to week. You don't know, this guy might be out with COVID this week. You might have to switch some things around. So it's a little tough. This is actually one of the healthiest nights they've had this season, but still have a couple guys out.
And as we were talking earlier, could see a big moment for Angola here in this first match as Brandon Villaforte could pick up career win number 100.
Yeah, it's a big moment possibly for Brandon, and I hope he gets it. I think he'll get it, but also a big moment for the team. This team, it's been a while since they've been among the leaders in the conference in wrestling. I think my freshman year when we won the conference was the last time the team was this good. So they'll show a lot here tonight with how they compete against the class of the conference in Prairie Heights and Garrett.
And it's a good building block, too, for this Angola program. We'll come back and get it started. Angola and Prairie Heights, match 2 of our NECC triple duel tonight. And back after this, you're watching high school wrestling on Hometown Media.
When you look back at the medical care you receive, it becomes clear that what matters most isn't just where you receive care, but the quality of that care. After all, it's your health, so it's only natural to want more. More skilled physicians and more specialized services. Of course, you also want more technology, like the latest medical equipment and advanced treatment options. However, it's important that healthcare innovations and advanced diagnostics also come with more personalized, one-on-one care from trusted providers. You'll find all of that and much more right here at Cameron Hospital. Cameron Memorial Community Hospital, moving forward.
Tri-State Gymnastics is a family-owned gymnastics center in Angola that provides a happy and healthy training facility for children of all ages. Classes start for children as young as pre-K and kindergarten. Whether your child wants to have fun and build confidence and skills that carry into other sports or train to be a competitive gymnast, Tri-State Gymnastics has a class designed to help your child achieve their true potential. Their experienced staff has produced regional, state, and national champions and are safety sports certified. To learn more, visit TriStateGymnastics.com.
And we are about ready for our second match of the night. This will be the Angola Hornets up against the Prairie Heights Panthers. And we may not have to wait too long to see a milestone, as we will start in the 285-pound weight class.
Actually, they just changed it. Looks like we'll have to wait till the end. They're going to start at 106.
Okay.
It's another thing with wrestling matches. With duels, you never know where they're going to start until right before.
I just seen Brandon out on the mat warming up. I just figured he was about to go. I guess not. They do put 106 on the scoreboard. So we'll have the Angola match against Prairie Heights, and then we'll have a break, and then we'll have Angola against Garrett.
And it looks like they're finally ready to go.
And we'll start with 106. It'll be Cameron Straw for Angola.
And Boston Boss for Prairie Heights.
And Cameron Straw going after it.
And Straw, one of the impressive freshmen for the Hornets, has performed very well so far this season.
Straw's got the early 2-0 lead.
Trying to control that wrist, break him down.
And we saw Boston Boss have a really good first match.
Yeah, he impressed me in the first match, but Cameron Straw is impressing me here.
Yes, he is. Trying to get those shoulders down, just couldn't quite get them.
Needs to get that left shoulder down.
Now, Cameron Straw's dominated this match. He just hasn't got the points, but now he's really close to a pin. And Boss really fighting hard at the bottom.
From Boss.
Looking to try and see if those shoulders are down. Boss doing a good job to keep that one shoulder off the mat. Straw trying to manipulate him where he wants him. Boy, it looked like he had him there, didn't it?
Almost had him there, but Boss just keeps fighting.
He does.
And it's that left shoulder still will not go down.
And Boss hangs on to the end of the first period, but Cameron Straw has a 5-0 lead.
Yeah, if I'm Cameron Straw, just go right back to it. Quick takedown, get him back to his back, because he almost had him there in the first period with that pin. If he keeps doing that rest of the match, he will pin him at some point.
And now Boss comes out trying to take control here in the second period.
Boss with good control of the waist, trying to kick that leg in. But Straw keeps his base. A nice job by Straw getting the reversal as Boss was pulling him down on top of him.
And 2 more points Of course, Angola had to say goodbye last year to one of their top wrestlers in program history in Jet Boots.
Yep, didn't just lose Jet Boots.
Coy
Bramus, who made it to state last season.
Yeah, Coy and Jet both.
And so, a couple big-time wrestlers leaving in the last couple years, but they have a bright future with all these freshmen.
And glad to see Coy hanging around. He helped coach with the football program, and now he's helping with the wrestling program.
Yeah, from what I've seen of Coy, he has a passion for wrestling. Even after last season ended for him at state, continued, to have a passion for it, and he's turned that into being an assistant coach, and that's nice to see.
Straw again works in control.
Trying to use that arm to get him back to his back. Needs to put more pressure. Yep, get control of the head.
Boss has had to use a whole lot of energy.
Oh, yeah.
And this is the second time he's wrestled tonight just to try to keep from getting pinned.
And he might be saved by the bell again.
And he is. Cameron Straw was close, but just couldn't get both shoulders down. And now we'll go to the third period with Straw leading 10-0.
And this is big for Boss, fighting to not get pinned, because just like getting pins is big in a dual meet like this, not getting pinned, not giving up those 6 points is just as important.
I mean, make no mistake about it. Cameron Straw has been in control of this match from the get-go.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. I think Boss's main goal at this point, not to get pinned.
And Boston Boss was impressive his first match.
Yeah, I think that tells you a lot about the freshman Straw, how good this kid is.
$12-0 in favor of Cameron Straw, excuse me.
Straw again doing a nice job breaking Boss down. But Boss, some good movement. Biggest thing in wrestling when you're on top, having control of the arms and the head. And Straw has done a nice job of controlling both in this match.
Yeah, Cameron Straw has been in complete control from the start. And he's got a 12-0 lead as we're under 20 seconds to play. And that'll do it. Cameron Straw will get the win at 106 for Angola.
An absolutely dominant performance from Straw, but also nice job by Boss not getting pinned.
Ty Maggart will go
against James Cressy.
Yep.
Maggart, another impressive freshman. He's been wrestling for a while. Came up, was a good middle school wrestler. So another impressive young wrestler on this Angola team.
You know, and I think that's the thing about this Angola program. They haven't beaten a lot of great programs with this young roster this year, but they've beaten some really good ones.
Yeah, and the last few years they weren't really beating anyone. So
yeah, they were giving up so many points.
Yep,
with empty weight classes.
Yeah, and you see this year, while it's still not a completely full team, they're getting there. They're almost there. They're to the point where they fill enough weight classes and compete enough in those that they're top 3 in the conference. Some good scrambling from both wrestlers.
Still no score between Ty Maggart and James Cressy. And there we go. Maggart scores.
A good job keeping with it by Maggart, trying to get behind him, get that 2. And now he throws in the legs, which he loves to do. Working on that head. Trying to get those legs in.
Final 10 seconds of the first period. This has been a really solid start for Angola.
Yeah, and that's definitely a strength of this team is those lower weights. Obviously, you've got the heavyweight, but the lower weights are definitely, as a whole, the strength of this team.
So Ty Maggart leads James Cressy 2-0 as we go to the second period. And a lot like we saw in the first match with Cameron Straw and Boston Boss. Cressy's working from behind, it seems like, from the get-go.
Yeah, pretty much dominated by Maggart so far, although it's still only 2-0, but it does get him to his back.
I'm not sure Maggart understood what the whistle was for.
Yeah, unless he called for an illegal headlock. He did have his head locked. Now Maggart needs to be careful not to bring him on top of himself.
Nice way to fight out of it.
Yep, good recovery.
Both wrestlers trying to lock it up. So come up on 40 seconds here in the second period. Boy, one mistake in this match, it could cost you the entire, or cost you the win.
Yeah.
Either way.
The way these guys are wrestling, scrambling, only a 2-0 score.
And we're about to have a scoreless second period. And we do. Ty Maggart scored early in the first period, and we have been scoreless since then. Maggart still leads it 2-0.
And that's the importance of not letting the other guy get you to your back, because it seems like Maggart has dominated this match, and he has, but he's only up 2-0 because Cressy does not let him get him to his back. He's fighting underneath.
And Maggart was also close to a pin about midway through that first period, and then we think they blew the whistle for an illegal headlock, but we're not quite sure.
Yeah.
But he was close to having Cressy pinned.
And now it looks like they're blowing because he had Cressy's leg in an awkward position.
Maggard trying to hang on to a 2-0 lead here in the third period. This is the 113 weight class. Angola's Cameron Straw already victorious tonight to give the Hornets a 4-0 lead.
Nice work by Maggard, climbing the legs, getting behind.
And get two more points for Maggard.
Now let's see if he can get him to his back.
Cressy trying to get out. Of course, with under a minute to play for Cressy, time is everything right at the moment. Down inside 30 seconds.
And Maggard trying to get control of that arm, trying to run that half. But Cressy not letting him. Now he does have control of the arm. See if he can get him to his back.
Down to 10 seconds. And down to 3. And Ty Maggard is going to pick up the second win in a row for Angola over Prairie Heights, and the Hornets will now take a 7-0 lead. So here we go, Brody Hegwood again for Prairie Heights. We saw him earlier. And Lane Popka for the Hornets. This is the 120 weight class. Fast start for the Hornets as they've taken a 7-0 lead.
And a nice job of getting the leg there by Hegwood, getting the takedown to open it up. Now trying to stretch Popka out.
And now they'll bring him back to the center with 1:25 to go in the first period. Of course, you know, all the state high school championships are special in their own way, whether it's, you know, the football or basketball or, you know, we just saw Isaiah go through in the cross-country state finals. But, boy, there's something about finals night at the state wrestling tournament.
Yeah, there's nothing like it. The state championships in wrestling, I've been there to watch a few times. You know, obviously it starts Friday night. You make it past there, you're going to place. And then Saturday is the big matches. And then Saturday evening, under the spotlight.
Yeah, they turn those lights off at the field house.
It's a show. It's something else. Popka trying to fight not to go to his back, but Hegwood has the arm.
Yeah, Hegwood got those early 2 points, and Popka's been holding him off ever since.
And this is kind of the inverse of what we saw the first 2 matches, with the Prairie Heights wrestler dominating, but the Angola wrestler fighting not to get to his back.
So Englewood will have a 2-0 lead after the first period. Pavka shoots in for that leg.
But not able to come up with it.
No.
Hagwood with the good defense there and gets the 2.
So 4-0 now in favor of Hagwood. Angola won the first 2 matches, 106 and 113 with Cameron Straw and Ty Maggart. And now Brody Hagwood trying to put the first W in the win column for Prairie Heights here in this second of 3 tonight.
Yep, and the same thing I was saying about the Prairie Heights wrestlers, the first 2 matches goes for Lane Popka here. Just don't get pinned. Those points are precious in a dual meet like this. Obviously, your first goal is to win, but if you can't do that, do not get pinned.
And this is a lot like the first 2 matches we saw, only in reverse.
Yeah, not a whole lot of action. Pretty one-sided. But again, the wrestler on bottom doing a nice job fighting, not letting the winning wrestler get him to his back.
I mean, what's going through Pavka's mind right now, other than trying to hold off Hagwood? Is he waiting for him to make a mistake, something he can take advantage of?
Obviously, every wrestler wrestles different, but that was kind of my thought process when I wrestled and was on bottom, getting dominated. First, it was stay upright, stay on your stomach, stay on your base, don't get to your back, keep your shoulders off the mat. But also, if his head gets too high, take that opportunity. If you see an opening, if you see an opening to reverse him or sit and turn, take that opportunity. It's all about finding those opportunities, those mistakes that they might make.
So we go to the 3rd period. It is a 4-0 lead for Brody Hagwood from Prairie Heights over Lane Pavka from Angola. Pavka looking for his first points.
And it looks like Hagwood content to stay in his base. Not trying to grab the leg. And gets the turn.
Yes, he did. And 2 more points, and it's now 6-0.
And now he's aware of the score, and it looks like he's going to try to go for the major decision.
So they get to their feet, and this is the best chance that Pavka's got.
Yep, and Hagwood is going to be looking for another takedown to get that major decision.
Down inside 15 seconds. Pavka going to go. He's got to go now. Now Pavka trying to hold off the pin with 5 seconds. That'll do it. Hagwood unable to get the pin, which would have been some additional points for Heights, but they do get the win, 13-2. And it is now a 7-4 score. Isaiah McHugh for Angola will go against the freshman Peyton Sutton for Angola. And Isaiah McHugh's had a nice season.
Yeah, he's one of their better wrestlers. I mean, off pure wrestling ability, he might be the second best on the team behind Villafuerte. You know, had he made weight at sectionals last year, he probably would have gone far, just like Villafuerte and Coy Bramus did.
So immediately he puts Peyton Sutton in a defense mode.
Yeah, and a good job working on that arm.
Angola's first 3 wrestlers were all freshmen.
Yeah, and that shows you the future that they have. Could be a bright future with these impressive freshmen.
Well, then you look after McHugh, the next 3 weight classes are all freshmen.
Yep, and you know, they've had decent seasons as well, and you know, you can only grow from here. Let's see if McHugh can do what was not able to be done first 3 matches he is.
Yep. Isaiah McHugh gets the pin. And that will increase Angola's lead now to 11-4. Or excuse me, 13-4. So now it'll be Brock Hegwood, the freshman from Prairie Heights, going against Brady Hardley, the freshman from Angola.
And we're about to the point where, on paper at least, Prairie Heights has the advantage, the mid to upper weight classes.
Mm-hmm.
So it'll be key for Angola to try to steal some wins. At the very least, you know, make the matches competitive, don't get pinned, stuff like that.
But, you know, for Angola, they have to feel much better about where they are as a program as opposed to where they were just a year ago.
I mean, yeah, just in the last year, I definitely think there's been plenty of growth. I mean, this team just a few years ago, I remember my senior year, we won 3 matches, I think, all season. We had 8 guys on the team. So, you know, it was going to take some time to build it up from where it was, but you can already see, you know, just from last year to this, how much they've grown.
And wrestling's one of those sports. I mean, you could probably, if you're the basketball coach, you could probably maybe find a guy or 2 walking the hallways that's played basketball before, or you know, the football coach, find a big kid to play on the offensive line. Wrestling's one of those sports, if you haven't done it, it's hard to go out there at the high school level and begin, isn't it?
Yeah, and that's why these programs like Prairie Heights and Garrett have, you know, really put a lot into their wrestling clubs and the middle school program. And that's why it's important to recruit these guys when they're younger so they can develop those wrestling skills. You know, sometimes you will get pure athletes who can just rely on that athleticism to get them somewhat far. But to get all the way, you need to also have those skills.
And what we've seen a lot this match, one way or the other. This time it's Brady Hardley trying to hang on for dear life, and he's down to waiting 3 seconds. And he will get out of the first period trailing only 3-2.
They'll go neutral to start the second period. Hegwood was trying to go for the throw there, but hardly a nice job with the defense with the whizzer.
Brock Hegwood shoots for the legs. Now he looks for the takedown.
And you got to be careful on that arm when you're going to the mat like that.
2 more points for Hagwood.
Hagwood keeping pressure on that head. Hard for the guy on bottom to get to his base, do anything when there's constant pressure on that head. Nice job of wrist control as well, not letting Hardley get to his base.
We saw a lot of the first period. Hardly trying to fend him off for 10 more seconds here in the first period or second period. And he will, and we'll go to the third period with Hagwood leading Hardly 5-2.
And I've seen some good things from Hardly on his feet, some good defense in neutral, got a takedown, but once Hagwood gets him down, he can't get back up. Hagwood, a nice job on top.
Hardly has put himself in position to try to get back into this thing. Now they'll go out of bounds and we'll come back to the center.
And again, it's that constant pressure on the head, on the upper body, trying to break him down, keep him on the mat. But he gets out there.
And Hagwood able to get out, and he gets 2 points for the escape.
And now Hardly's going to need to look for opportunities to shoot, being down 4 points.
And time starting to become precious, down to 1:10 to play here in this third and final period.
And as you can see, that's been Hagwood's strategy all match. Look for that throw, try to throw him to the mat.
And he picks up 2 more points. It's 8-2.
It's like we have an injury timeout.
Hagwood looks like he's grabbing that left knee. And they'll bring the trainers out to have a look. While they do that, we'll take a quick break. You're watching high school wrestling on Hometown Media.
Looking for your dream home but don't know how to start?
Just know you don't have to do this alone. You have a team behind you.
I'm Wes Hankey, realtor with Mike Thomas Associates.
And I'm Paul Lang, mortgage consultant with Bailey & Wood Mortgage Lender.
Contact your winning team to close on your dream home in days, not weeks.
And we apologize. We did lose the scoreboard camera. We'll try to get that fixed.
Currently 8-2 Hagwood with 35 seconds remaining.
Down to the final 15 seconds. And that's going to do it. And going to make a quick adjustment to the other camera.
And at 138, we have Blake Denman for Angola, Matt Levitz for Prairie Heights. Denman trying to get control, but a good scramble here by Levitz.
Okay, sometimes it's tough being a one-man production crew. So Blake Denman, another freshman for Angola.
Yeah, and another impressive freshman who has some experience, was a good wrestler in middle school. That's another thing that's helped. A couple of these freshmen do have experience. They were in the club, and you know, they wrestled through middle school. So you have some freshmen coming in who already have experience, are a little seasoned, and other freshmen who are inexperienced but have impressed.
A lot of action, but still no points for either wrestler here in this first period.
Actually, looks like they gave Denman a takedown and then Levitz an escape.
Yep, 2-1 Angola. Blake Denman for Angola. It's Matt Levitz, the sophomore for Prairie Heights. We just couldn't quite finish the move.
And yep, not going to give him a takedown. Almost had it there.
Yeah, just didn't quite finish it. And that'll be the end of the first period with Angola's Blake Denman leading 2-1 over Prairie Heights' Matt Levitz.
And Levitz will choose down to start the second.
Again, a string of 3 straight weight classes where Angola will be running a freshman out to the mat. And they'll bring him back to the center.
Denman trying to throw in the legs. Nice cross face there.
Yes, it was.
But Levitz gets back to his base.
Still to come after Angola and Prairie Heights, we'll have Angola and Garrett. Garrett already defeated Heights in our first match of the evening, 36-31.
And this could be big here.
Oh, he's able to get out of it.
A reversal for Levitt, spinning out after he was taken to his back.
And Levitz takes a 3-2 lead.
Now Denman needs to be careful here not to get taken to his back. Levitz is a little high. See if Denman can get out of it.
He did. And he gets 2 points on the escape. This has been one of the more exciting matches we've had tonight.
Yep. Oh,
he was
almost
close.
Stuck him.
We've got an exciting third period coming up. Matt Levitz leads Blake Denman 5-4.
Yeah, definitely the most evenly matched match we've had so far.
And I think it's about as loud as this gym has been tonight too.
Oh yeah, the energy is definitely picking up in this match.
Blake Denman with a 6-5 lead here in the third and final period. Trying to get Levitz to his back. Angola bench is going crazy.
Yep. See if he can settle, get those shoulders down. He might have him.
He might have him there. Not quite. Levitz doing a good job fighting through it. Now he's got him back in position, and he got the pin.
Big pin there.
That was for Blake Denman. And Angola now leads 19-7. So now we'll have the freshman for Angola, Jalen White, going up against Sam Levitz.
As we approach the part of the lineup where Prairie Heights clearly has the advantage, that was big to get that pin.
And that's
was Blake Denman.
Out of bounds. It'll be 2 points for Levitz on the takedown.
And this is a tough task for Jalen White.
It is.
Against Levitz. I mean, you've got a freshman against a senior, and a very good senior at that.
I think we've had Sam Levitz, the only wrestler for Prairie Heights, listed at 145. And it is the only weight class where they have just a single wrestler. So that means Sam, who gets the pin there, he's wrestling up in practice every day.
Yep, yeah, they're definitely having him compete against, guys a weight class or two up. And, that's only going to make you better. And a guy like him, he can probably beat up on a couple guys a little bigger than him.
Now Josh Kunkel for Angola, Caleb Lonsberry for Prairie Heights. This is the 152 weight class.
Nice job of getting control of the head from Kunkel, but loses the grasp.
Like you said, this is the weight classes where Prairie Heights probably their strongest.
Yeah, definitely the mid to higher weight classes, from like 145 up to 195, 220. Prairie Heights has a lot more guys. That's the big thing, is that's where Angola's a little light just in terms of numbers.
But, if you're Angola, you got to kind of like where your program's headed because you just went through 6 weight classes with freshmen on the mat, and you're leading one of the better teams in the state of Indiana, 19-13.
Yeah, and that shows you Angola definitely has a foundation with those young guys at the smaller weight classes. Just has to, have to build the whole team, and I think they'll get there. And Kunkel keeps control here.
Kunkel leads it 2-0. Angola leads the team competition 19-13. Of course, looks like Angola is going to give one up at 160. They have nobody listed.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see how they move some guys around at these weight classes.
Only Kunkel, his momentum was almost his own worst enemy right there.
Yeah, he was a little too high, and that allowed Lonsberry to get the reversal.
And tie it up at 2 at the end of the first period.
Again, Lonsberry with the reversal. He's good at moving it on bottom and turning guys.
Lonsberry's taking the lead now, 4-2.
And Kunkel needs to keep his head up, get to his base. Try to make a move here.
Inside a minute to go, second period. Kunkel doing a good job fending off Caleb Lonsberry right at the moment. And then Lonsberry almost had him. Good job by Kunkel to fight his way out, but Lonsberry does add 2 more points here at the end of the period and now leads at 6-2.
Kunkel might have to try to get the takedown and turn him here down 4. Needs to snap on the head, try to get around.
Kunkel trying to turn him. He's narrowed the gap to 6-4.
Looks like that took a lot out of Kunkel. Hopefully he's all right.
That was a very, very physical period.
And still a minute 13 left. According to the scoreboard, all tied up at 6. So a lot of got to keep being physical for the next minute and 13.
And you could see Kunkel was calling for he needed a break.
Yeah, it looks like after that physical sequence, he was gassed. Just needed a quick break there. And now he's going to ask for them to go back to neutral, where he is stronger, able to get on the head of Lonsberry, get him to the mat.
Lonsberry leads at 7-6. Nine to 6 now.
Big sequence there from Lonsberry.
Yes, it was.
And Kunkel's got to be careful. Doesn't want to reach back like that.
He's close to the pin, and there it is.
Big swing there.
Yes, it was. So we go on to 160, and Luke Sevier will wrestle for Prairie Heights.
I believe it's Jake Carter for Angola, moving up a freshman 152-pounder.
We saw Sevier. He was impressive in his match against Garrett.
Yeah, definitely impressive. And like I've said before, these are the weight classes where Angola's going to have to move some guys up. You know, they don't have as many guys. This is where Prairie Heights might separate themselves.
The match is tied up at 19. Out of the 5 weight classes that are left, you've got to think the only one you would say Angola's probably favored in would be the heavyweight.
Yep.
Not that any of the other kids can't win, but I think Villaforte being one of the better heavyweights in all of northern Indiana.
Yeah, looking at it on paper, the top half of the lineup is definitely where Prairie Heights has the advantage.
And back-to-back pins for the Panthers. You know, when you look at how drained a guy like Josh Kunkel was after his match, he's going to have to come back here in about maybe a half hour or so and do it all over again.
Yep, as Prairie Heights gets a forfeit at 170. As I said before, Jordan Sheets out tonight for Angola. As is Gabe Cruz-Conley. And see, that's where having a full lineup means so much. I mean, it's not that the wrestlers Angola does have are so much worse than Prairie Heights, but Prairie Heights gets 12 automatic points right there.
And that's, you know, that's huge.
Yeah, so having a healthy, full squad, I think, makes a big difference for Angola.
And, you know, we saw that was the big downfall for Angola a year ago. They had to give up so many weight classes to forfeit just because they didn't have enough bodies.
Yeah.
But they're getting closer. I mean, there's not near as many empty spots on the roster this year.
No, and like I said, with a healthy team, you know, you got a couple guys out for whatever reasons. They could probably fill a roster or come very close to it. But they're at the point where you can't afford to have a couple guys out.
Right.
Because you're going to be missing a couple weight classes.
And you look at, you know, like Prairie Heights, for example, they've got several weight classes where they've got 4 or 5 guys that they can run out there at any given night.
Yeah, and that's where Angola hopes to get to, a place where even if you have a few guys out due to injury or whatever, you have guys that can step into their place. Nice reversal there. Carter Scholl trying to go for the pin.
Got him rolled over. Now can he get those shoulders on the ground? It was close. There it is. Carter Scholl wins by pin.
And now this 220 match carries a lot of weight here, a lot of importance.
Kyle Taven was the loser that time for Prairie Heights. Yeah, because if you can steal this one, then you're putting Villaforte in a position to make this thing really, really close.
Yeah. So if Malachi McHugh can win this match, can get a pin here, that would be huge. Although Hunter Allen, tough wrestler, we saw him make quick work of Garrett's 220-pounder.
Now, Kai McHugh fighting through it, but just too much from Hunter Allen. That'll make it 43-25. So here's Brandon Villaforte.
A loud roar for Brandon Villaforte, looking for his 100th victory.
Couple of big guys going at it. Still no score.
And this is where you see a lot of work on the head, the upper body at the heavyweight.
And this was Robinson again for Prairie Heights, right?
I believe so. I did not hear the announcement. I believe it is Robinson. Nice
Villaforte gets him down.
Villaforte.
Looking for the pin. He's got the 2 points. Now he wants to get those shoulders down and end this really quick. And he might be close, and there it is. The 100th win in Brandon Villaforte's career.
Congratulations to Brandon Villaforte. I mean, he's a really good wrestler, obviously. 100 wins, very talented heavyweight. I think he's the best heavyweight in the semi-state. He should be able to place in state this year, and congratulations to him. Really happy for him.
And the final here between Angola and Prairie Heights is 43-31. And you think Angola had a couple of forfeits. They had, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 freshmen wrestle. 6 freshmen, 2 forfeits. And one of the better teams in the state of Indiana beat you by 12.
Yeah, and obviously there are no moral victories.
Right.
I'm sure the coaches and the wrestlers, they want to win. They're not happy with this result. But you look at it, it's closer than 12 points. It's a 12-point loss. It actually was closer than that. Because you had 2 forfeits. That's the 12-point. That's the difference, is the 2 forfeits. And you had a lot of freshmen wrestling, a match that could have gone either way and went against you. I think there's a lot you can take from this.
And you see,
On behalf of everyone here at Angola High School, we would like to congratulate Brandon on his 100th career victory.
Nice moment right here.
big moment for Brandon Villafuerte.
And for the Villafuerte family, great family. Very happy for them.
So Brandon Villafuerte picks up his 100th career win. And you see him posing with his pictures. And, boy, he's come a long way. I remember back when your brother was still playing football and Eric Cockcroft, the place kicker for the football team, went down with an injury, and Brandon had to come up and kick as a freshman and more than held his own. And he's had a really solid career as a multi-sport athlete here at Angola.
Yeah, he really has. I mean, yeah, I remember that too, having to kick, come in, and, you know, he wasn't phased at all. Nothing phases Brandon Villafuerte.
Right.
And I think that's part of how he got to 100 wins. He just goes out there, goes about his business, you know, gets those pins, gets those wins, and he's a very talented and dominant heavyweight wrestler.
Absolutely. Well, we are going to have a break as we wait for Angola and Garrett. So just keep it tuned in. We'll be back in a little bit for Angola and Garrett to wrap up the night here in this big triple dual in ECC wrestling night.
When you look back at the medical care you receive, it becomes clear that what matters most isn't just where you receive care, but the quality of that care. After all, it's your health, so it's only natural to want more. More skilled physicians and more specialized services. Of course, you also want more technology, like the latest medical equipment and advanced treatment options. However, it's important that healthcare innovations and advanced diagnostics also come with more personalized, one-on-one care from trusted providers. You'll find all of that and much more right here at Cameron Hospital. Cameron Memorial Community Hospital, moving forward. When you look back at the medical care you receive, it becomes clear that what matters most isn't just where you receive care, but the quality of that care. After all, it's your health, so it's only natural to want more. More skilled physicians and more specialized services. Of course, you also want more technology.
starting at 113 for the Railroaders.
And we are ready to resume our matches here at the NECC Triple Duel between Angola, Prairie Heights, and Garrett. And we will start with the 113. We lost a good chunk of our crowd when Prairie Heights left.
Yeah. Not surprising. Looks like we had some clock issues.
Yeah, the atmosphere in here is totally different now.
Yeah, Prairie Heights Wrestling travels well.
They do.
They bring a lot of fans. Maggart trying to get on the head of Jones. Snaps him down.
Yeah, a younger kid would have been in the process of trying to set up a gator roll right there, wouldn't
he? Yeah.
That doesn't work so well as you get older.
No. Against high school wrestlers, that's a little tougher to do.
Yeah.
Jones has the leg, but Maggart, again, constant pressure on that head.
And really, it's hard to do much when you can't look up to see what you're doing.
Yeah,
and it really affects your balance, doesn't it?
It really does. Yeah, that's why it's hard to do anything when your head is down on the mat. You got to have your head up. That's one of the main keys. That's wrestling 101 on the mat.
Inside 30 seconds here in the first period for Ty Maggart and Jacob Jones. And Maggart rides out the end of the first period. But Jacob Jones leads it 2-0.
And this should be an interesting duel because while the Prairie Heights Angola duel, Angola dominated the lower weight classes and then Prairie Heights the middle to upper. Garrett and Angola both have strong lower weights.
Yes.
So it's kind of strength against strength here.
And should make this rather entertaining.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're going to bring him back to the middle. Jones leads it 4-0.
And he's been good on top, breaking Maggart down. Maggart needs to do this. He keep moving like this. Yep.
Tried to get that crossface.
Does get the reversal.
And picks up 2 points. Maggart trying to work it, trailing 4-2 here in the second period.
Yeah, Jones doing a good job keeping his base, not letting Maggart control his arms. And gets the escape.
Yep. And increases his lead to 5-2.
Oh, and they give him the 2.
Yeah. And Maggart cuts it to 5-4 as we go to the third.
And that was an important takedown to end the second period, make it a 1-point match going into the third.
Now it's anybody's match here.
Good sprawl there by Maggart. Now let's see if he can do something with it.
Five, 4. Jacob Jones leads Ty Maggart. Garrett in the navy and maroon, Angola in the purple and gold.
And another stalemate.
So back to the center we go. Maggart just one solid move from taking the lead.
Yep, and he's trying to do a slide by with that head, throw that head to the side so he gets a shot attempt.
Almost got it.
Yeah, continues working on that head, trying to find that shot angle.
Still 5-4. We're down to the final 45 seconds. Nobody has scored in this period. Maggart trying to change that.
Trying to get around here.
Jones has done a nice job.
Yeah, very good job scrambling by Jones.
Yeah, on the defensive this whole period. Down to 23 seconds.
And that should be 2. No.
Not going to give him any. So basically he needs a takedown.
Yeah, almost had it there. And he might get it here.
Nope.
Let's see what they're going to... Oh, there it is.
So they give Maggart the 2.
And the official still talking with the scorers.
And now the Garrett coaching staff not going to be happy. So Maggart's going to get the win, 6-5.
Yeah, the Garrett side not happy, but I do think that was a takedown at the end. Great fight by both wrestlers. And Maggart at the end to keep looking for that takedown, and he finally got it at the buzzer.
Well, now we'll go to the 120. It'll be Lane Pavka for Angola and Hayden Brady for Garrett.
And Brady right away looking for shots, being aggressive here. Gets a hold of that leg.
Yeah, these two are going at it.
And a nice job of finishing the single leg there by Brady. Now Pavka needs to try to fight this, look away from it.
I mean, he's in a really bad spot right at the moment. as Brady will get the pin.
Yeah, nice job by Brady of finishing that pin, getting his shoulders pinned down to the mat.
Winner for the Railroaders, Peyton Brady. At 126 for the Railroaders, Tanner McMain. For the Hornets, Isaiah McHugh.
McMain versus McHugh.
We saw Isaiah McHugh have a very impressive first match tonight.
Yeah, really impressive first match from McHugh, and I expect more of the same. Very good wrestler. Nice move there from McHugh to get the 2.
Yep. Got McCain to the mat. As you mentioned, last match, Isaiah could have done some damage in the sectional last year had he made weight.
Yeah. If he, just keeps his weight under control, there's no telling how far he can go. I think he could have at least made it semi-state last year.
As a wrestler, how much angst is there when you know you're going to a big meet like a sectional or a regional and worried about cutting weight?
Yeah, it obviously depends.
Is it easier for some kids than others?
I think it is. I never had to cut weight. I was often a couple pounds below the weight class. But you've got guys who are cutting all year. They're cutting. They take it to the edge last day before the meet. They're a couple pounds over. They got to watch themselves, maybe do some running. And I know with this team, the coaches try not to have them cutting a lot of weight and doing that stuff. But sometimes you're going to have to watch your weight, have some issues with it. And especially a big meet like sectional, that's your last meet of the season.
Right.
So I'm sure there's a lot of angst
and
cutting for that.
And how tough is it for some of these guys over the holidays? When all those cookies and cakes and pies are everywhere.
Yeah. It's so nice not having to worry about that anymore. But they do get 2-pound allowance after the holiday, which is nice. But, yeah, you got to just be smart, be careful.
McHugh going for the pin.
Yeah, needs to settle back a little bit.
He's close.
Has 5 seconds.
Yep.
Good fight there from McMain.
7-1. McHugh leads it at the end of the first period.
Yeah, dominant first period from McHugh. I think he should be able to take McMain down again, pin him this period, but good fight by McMain, not getting pinned in the first.
Well, one thing about these wrestlers, man, they bring a great hair game.
Yeah,
they really do.
There's some wild hairstyles. I've seen some crazy mullets tonight. You've got some wild hair like McHugh's. Some of the guys on the sideline just looking at the hair.
Yeah.
It's entertaining.
He's close again.
And one thing McHugh does well, a lot of good wrestlers do well, he's always moving. He's always moving around, looking for a shot, looking for some kind of move. As a wrestler, that's a big thing. You've got to keep moving, keep looking, just keep setting stuff up.
So 3 more for Isaiah McHugh. He now leads 12-1. Over Tanner McMain. McHugh trying to get him back down and get him flipped over here in the second period.
Yeah, and finally breaks him down there. Tanner McMain was doing a pretty good job of keeping his base, trying to get up, but then McHugh brings him back down.
And Isaiah's done almost everything he's wanted to do in this match except get the pin.
Yeah, and that can be frustrating when you're dominating a match and you just can't get the pin. And sometimes, you know, guys aren't pinners. They look for a tech fall or something. But I do think McHugh's looking for the pin in this, and he almost had it in the first period.
That's the end of the third period, and it's a commanding 12-1 lead for Isaiah McHugh over over Tanner McMain.
McMain will start on top.
On piggyback rides extra.
Yes.
So again, McMain will start from the top.
A nice sit and turn there from McHugh.
Yep, and he's got 2 more points. It's now 14-1.
And now you look for the pin, because it's either that or if you get him to his back and don't pin him, it's a tech fall. So he's definitely looking to get him to his back here.
McHugh trying to set him up here, but, man, McMain, he's a scrapper.
And McHugh
almost had him to his back.
Almost got away from it there, but a nice job to settle it back down, regain control.
McHugh trying to finish it off, and now they're out of bounds with 37 seconds to play and a 14-2 lead for Isaiah McHugh. If you missed it earlier, Garrett was a 5-point winner over Prairie Heights, 36-31 in our first match. Prairie Heights a 12-point winner over Angola in our second match, and right now Garrett leading Angola 6-3 here in our third match of the night.
Yeah, and this has been a strong third period from McMain. Getting an escape, almost getting a takedown on McHugh, not letting McHugh turn him and get that pin.
I mean, this is one of the few sports where you could be down to the final 10 or 15 seconds, trailing 14-2, and still win.
Yeah,
the things fall right, you get a pin.
Yeah, wrestling is one of those sports you're always in it from, until the ring of the buzzer, because there's that trump card
right.
of the pin. At any point, you can win this match. It doesn't matter how badly you're losing. That's why you always keep fighting in a wrestling match. You're never going to give up, because there's always a chance to win.
So Hayden Williams for Garrett will now wrestle Brady Hardley, the freshman from Angola. Again, one of 6 freshmen wrestling tonight for the Hornets.
Like what I see from Hardley so far. Good defense there. Getting back to his feet.
Got out of that scoreless.
And he's trying to be the aggressor a little bit. Trying to control those hands.
Brady Hardley from Angola. Hayden Williams from Garrett. 132 weight class.
neither wrestler giving much so far. Neither can find an angle to take the other down.
We're inside a minute to go here in the first period, and neither has scored until now.
And you still hardly try to go for that head throw. That's the danger of the head throw. If you miss it, that's an easy takedown for the other guy.
You leave yourself open, don't you?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. That's why it's such a dangerous move. And, you know, most coaches prefer you go, you know, with a shot to the legs or a different way of taking a guy down.
Hardly just trying to maintain the status quo and run out the clock here of this first period, trailing just 2-0. And he will. That's a pretty good job by Brady Hardley. And he looks like he's a little better shape right now than Hayden Williams, who seemed to be in control most of that first period.
Yeah, shape is a big thing in wrestling. You've got to maintain, you know, that energy all 3 periods.
Yeah, Hayden Williams looked a little tired.
Yeah, and he's still got 2 periods to go unless he can find a way to pin Hardley.
Williams starts out on top. That's pretty much how he spent the last 90 seconds of the first period.
Yeah, and he has been strong on top so far in this match, able to keep that pressure on Hardley and break him down. Hardley just needs to keep moving.
Williams still working it. Hardley still defending it. Just a 2-0 score here as we're midway through the second period. Well, you look at this gym now. It is astonishing how many fans Prairie Heights brought tonight.
Yeah, the crowd was a lot fuller.
Yes, it was.
Before Prairie Heights left. I mean, and that comes with, you know, that number of wrestlers in that, you know, and the tradition of that,
right.
of that program. You've got a lot of fans no matter where you go.
Still 2-0.
Hardley needs to keep control of those hands and base up. He's tried to sit a couple times, but you got to keep moving when you're doing that.
Well, that'll run the clock out here in the third period. Still just 2-0. A scoreless period, too.
Yeah, and a nice job by Williams of riding Hardley out. But on the other end, Hardley didn't let Williams do anything with him. So still 2-0.
But Hardley's got to figure out something here, doesn't he? He's got to figure out how to get some points on the board.
Yeah, especially on top, where it can be tough to get points. You got to find a way to turn him.
Uh-oh. Looked like Hardley lost his footing.
Yeah, was kind of flailing, trying to keep control of that leg. But Williams gets out and gets a reversal. And now Williams in the place where he's dominated all match.
This match right here has been tight from the get-go. Couple of mistakes from the freshman Hardley have got him behind 4-0. You got to figure those are the kinds of things he's going to learn from.
Yeah, and especially when you've got a guy like Williams who's good at riding you on top and not letting you get up. 1 or 2 mistakes, that's the match. And the freshman will learn, obviously, from his mistakes. He's got a lot of time to grow and learn.
And there can be physically, there's a big difference between a junior and a freshman.
Yeah, that's another.
I know you're in the same weight class, but that doesn't mean you're built the same.
No. Not at all. Yeah, there's a big difference between a freshman 132-pounder or 138 or 145 and a senior at that weight class.
Yeah.
You've got usually a lot more muscle, a lot more strength. Just because you weigh the same doesn't mean that weight comes in the same form.
And if you've done it right, you're probably a little more savvy too.
Yes, yeah. You got that veteran savviness.
That
as well.
thing, yeah, that it factor. That's going to do it. That's a pretty good match for Hardley. But he's going to come up on the short end against Hayden Williams, and we'll move on to the 138 weight class. For Angola, it'll be Blake Denman. Was it Gilbert?
I believe so, but I've been wrong before.
So Garrett's jumped back in front 9-7. Gilbert trying to go for the takedown, but a nice job by Denman to get out of it. Now he's got him.
A nice move there.
Trying to roll him over to his back, but a nice job by Jaden Gilbert to get back to his stomach. Now Denman's got him back again.
Yeah, Denman stuck with it, and now he has him on his back.
Trying to get those shoulders down. He's close. Official down look, taking an extra close look. And he got him. His second pin of the night. I'll tell you what, this Angola wrestling program's got a little something with Blake Denman.
Oh, yes. Very skilled wrestler. I saw him a few times in middle school. He can dominate a match. He knows how to wrestle.
And Angola jumps back in front 13-9. And now we'll jump to the 145 weight class. Braden Baker, the senior.
Yeah, and a tough assignment for Jalen White, the freshman.
You get Braden Baker and Sam Levitz tonight. How is that fair?
It's not, but sometimes wrestling isn't fair, especially when you're a freshman wrestling 145. You're going to go up against some tough wrestlers.
So Jacob Carter is going to wrestle 152.
And I think this is some movement that happens in dual meets depending on matchups. I think they might move Josh Kunkel up to 160.
And I know we've missed a couple of kids tonight, but we're trying to catch them as they're introduced because we don't actually have the roster of who's wrestling. We've got the team rosters, but that doesn't guarantee that's who's going to take the mat at any given time.
Yeah, and
especially when 3 or 4 or 5 kids are listed at each weight class.
Right, and like I said before, that's a challenge with broadcasting dual meets. Is they're going to do maneuvering. They're going to move guys around to try to get the best matchup. So you don't know who's wrestling where based just off the paper roster.
And now we'll go to 160. And you're right, Josh Kunkel's going to move to 160.
It looks like it will be Josh Kunkel at 160 against Caden Colburn.
We saw Colburn struggle a little bit his first match against Prairie Heights.
And then Kunkel against Prairie Heights almost beat him, but ended up losing.
Josh Kunkel lost a tough match to Prairie Heights. He was almost to the point of being exhausted.
Yeah, that was a back-and-forth physical match. That was quite a match.
And now he's got the 2 points on the reversal.
Yeah, nice job coming around, getting that takedown.
He'll get 1 point for the escape.
Nice job getting away by Colburn. Now Kunkel will look to set up another shot.
30 seconds to go as they almost go off the mat.
Yeah, he had that set up with the duck under, but ran out of room, was already out of bounds.
Yep. £160. It's Josh Kunkel against Caden Coburn. And Kunkel continues to lead 2-1 as we're in the final seconds of the first period.
Yeah, Kunkel definitely been the aggressor on his feet.
And that's the end of the first period. Two to one, Kunkel leads.
And Garrett defers, so Kunkel will choose down to start the second. Nice movement, nice turn there.
And got
Easy
the escape. Yep.
Now Coburn was able to get in on the legs there, but again, ran out of room.
Three-1 lead for Josh Kunkel. And a nice job of defending off Coburn right there.
Yeah, nice sprawl, not letting Coburn get that leg, and then they go out of bounds again.
So we're going back to the center again with Kunkel still leading 3-1.
And takes the low shot right away and gets those legs. But Colburn, nice job of defending. Now he's got to be careful here.
Yeah, he's trying to get him to his back. Kunkel's in a really bad spot right now. Trying to fight his way out of it. Still has 38 seconds to go in the period. Colburn trying to get the pin, but Kunkel gets over to his belly.
Yeah, well done by Kunkel, bridging off his back and getting back to base.
Bad news is he's now trailing 6-3.
Yeah, if he can just survive the rest of this period.
Because that was close to being over.
Yeah, I thought he was going to smack the mat at any second.
Yeah, I did too.
But credit to Kunkel for continuing to fight and get off his back.
Yep. Now he's got 2 minutes to try to either outscore Coburn by 1 or come up with a pin.
And Garrett electing for neutral. Kunkel going to have to be the aggressor here. And he gets the takedown. Now there's a decision to make. You try to turn him to his back or let him go and try to get another takedown. He's going to try to get him to his back, but he's too high. Set his back.
Kunkel has fought back to within 1 at 6-5 as we go into the final minute of the match.
And now needs another takedown here.
Coburn goes back in front, 7-5.
Kunkel needs the score here.
Coburn's kind of got into a little bit of a defensive mode.
Yep, a little bit.
Kunkel almost got him where he wants him. But he almost got up too high, didn't he?
Yeah, and a good push there from Coburn.
And Coburn scored 2 points as well, now leads at 9-5 as they scoot out of bounds. And now it's going to take something miraculous right here for Kunkel to come away with a win.
And Coburn might just let him go and run out the clock.
Kunkel tried one last move, just couldn't quite pull it off.
And a tough couple matches for Kunkel. He was in both of them, 2 hard-fought matches. Just happens to come out on the losing end both times.
170 winner for Garrett by forfeit, Jesse Badger.
So Angola will forfeit at 170. And 182.
Winner by forfeit for Garrett, Lane Gibson.
Lane Gibson will get the 182 forfeit. Jesse Badger will get the win at 170. So Carter Shaw now as we go to 195 against Jack O'Connor. Girls basketball final tonight. Angola defeats East Noble 62-38.
And Carter Scholl, another impressive young guy for Angola, sophomore. I've liked some of what I've seen from him. I think he also has a bright future.
If you're Angola, what's the middle school program look like in the wrestling club? You know, from maybe 6th, 7th grade on down.
I think, you know, it's building up. There is a club, you know, that I think has produced some of these freshmen that we're seeing.
Right.
And the middle school has some more strong wrestlers coming up, and they've also produced some of these guys. It's a decent middle school program. I think as you build the high school program, that'll only help the middle school program and the club.
Right.
You'll get more younger kids wanting to go out for wrestling.
Yeah. You know, you and I were talking before we went on. I mean, you go to those big tournaments like the one they had down at Connorsville that East Noble was in, or what was it, the Al Smith?
The Al Smith Invitational.
Yeah. You know, talking about those 32-team tournaments. You can tell the wrestling schools when they walk in the gym.
Yeah.
They just have a look about them.
Yeah, you know who's there, who's serious about wrestling there. I mean, first of all, by the amount of guys who walk in, but also, I mean, they just have an aura, a swagger about them.
That they expect to win. Yeah,
exactly. And a good fight by Scholl getting the escape there.
He's got to stay off his back. This is going to be close. This is the part of the roster Angola struggled with against Prairie Heights.
Yeah, and I mean, that's basically their Achilles heel right now, is these middle to upper weights. Plus, like we've said, you've got a couple guys out tonight who are in this area of weight classes.
And it's not a slight to the Angola kids either. It's just there's a lot of inexperience against two really good teams.
Yeah, and two really good teams that you just look at the roster. The middle to upper weights are very strong,
right?
Very deep, you know, and freshmen and inexperienced guys going up against these guys is tough.
Yes, it is. So this is Malachi McHugh for Angola against Sam Ross for Garrett. And Ross gets the takedown, and he's squeezing, looking for the pin. And got it. And that'll take us to our final match of the night.
We actually have two more. Started at 113.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah. It could be hard to.
We'll finish. Yeah, we'll finish with Cameron Straw. Yeah.
And that was a case of Malachi McHugh, another. He's a junior, but a very inexperienced wrestler, going up against strong, experienced kids. It's tough.
I look at that energy. You know, I'm watching Cameron Straw over there get loose and ready to go. I wish I had that kind of energy at any time during the day, let alone 9:45 at night.
Yeah, I don't know how some of these kids have that much energy.
Points for Villaforte, who is looking for career win number 101.
Yeah, not quite as special as 100, but it's always very nice to win.
Yes.
And he's going for the cradle here.
And he got it. And got the pin.
Brendan Villafuerte just, he dominates almost every time he steps on the mat, at least in this conference, in this area, at the heavyweight position.
And, you know, we saw some football games this year where he just flat out dominated up front. I think it was Fairfield. He had 20 tackles.
Yeah, with that kind of size, plus he's got skills too. He's talented.
Yeah.
You know, with that talent and size, it's tough to stop. Now we have Cameron Straw and Cameron Baker. Two Camerons.
So I'd say Cameron's going to come out on top.
Probably, yes.
And they're both Cameron with a K.
Yes, but Cameron, K-A-M-A-R-O-N, and K-A-M-E-R-O-N.
Yeah. So basically that's Cameron and Cameron.
Correct, yeah.
So technically they're not the same name.
Technically, I guess. You got me there. Nice takedown there from Straw. And I haven't seen a lot of Angola this season, but what I have seen, I like what I've seen from Cameron Straw.
Yeah.
Impressive freshman. And as a freshman at 106, you can have plenty of success. You're going up against a lot of other freshmen. And he just, like you said, he has a lot of energy. And on the mat, he does too. He doesn't stop moving. He's got good moves, good technique. He's a good wrestler.
He's a confident wrestler, too. You can just tell.
Yeah, and I mean, as with many things, wrestling, confidence is key. Sometimes that's half the battle, is being confident on the mat, confident enough to shoot, confident enough to know you can take this guy down, you can beat this guy.
Straw looking to squeeze it up and get the pin. He is close against Cameron Baker. Can he get those shoulders down? Official taking a close look. Still got a few seconds. Baker doing a nice job fighting through this, though.
And gets back to his base.
3 more, though, for Straw. And that's going to take us to the end of the period. So Straw chooses the down position.
And right away able to get that reversal.
And 2 more points.
Now looking for the pin again.
Garrett's going to get out of here with their second win, and as Straw gets the pin. And Garrett loses the match, but they win the meet 48-25. They also beat Prairie Heights 36-31. So they have all but won the NECC. Well, I'll tell you what, Grant, thanks a lot. I mean, that's a 4-hour broadcast, dang near it.
That did not seem that long.
No, it went really fast. But Angola goes 0-2 tonight, but I think there's a lot to be excited about if you're an Angola wrestling fan.
Yeah, I mean, you've got to, have some perspective. These are, for a while, have been the 2 best teams in the conference by a wide margin. But they competed with them today.
They did.
A couple forfeits, a couple matches could have gone a different way. Who knows? You could have come out of here with a win. So I think that's a really encouraging sign for where this team is headed, especially a young, inexperienced team who's missing a few guys.
Absolutely. Well, that's going to wrap up our broadcast tonight. Our next broadcast will be basketball. That'll come up on Saturday when Angola boys travel to Westview to take on the Warriors. For Grant Tingley, I'm Brett Briscoe. Have yourself a great night, and we'll see you next time with more high school sports on Hometown Media.